Upcoming.
Welcome to the upcoming video games of November 2017. My name is Globku with the video game releases for this month. We begin with Call of Duty WWII. No, oh, World War II. Got it. Call of Duty stops going for the future and goes to the past to make a throwback World War II game, following the footsteps of Battlefield 1. About 10 years ago, World War II games were super popular, so this kind of feels nostalgic. At the same time, the beaches of Normandy are now full of loot boxes, so my nostalgia is ruined. On the same day, we get .hack.gu Last Recode, which is a remastered collection of 3 volumes of these games for the PlayStation 2, along with a brand new volume, which I think is awesome. Remaster the old games and make a sequel at the same time, sell it all in the same package. That's just awesome for fans of the game. It's a single-player RPG with a revenge story that takes place inside a virtual world, I think. Next week we have a console launch. The Xbox One X comes out. Its games will be compatible with all the previous Xbox One systems, but this will be the most powerful console on the market. If you're one for the hardware, it obviously supports 4K and HDR and all that stuff. And boy, Microsoft cannot catch a break because they have no launch titles for this. Oh wait, they do! Super Lucky's Tale coming to PC and Xbox One. It's better than nothing, I guess. This is a 3D platformer. It used to be a game for the Oculus Rift, but they've expanded on it and made it non-VR. It's very much what you would expect from a 3D platformer. You platform through levels, collect some coins, defeat some enemies. You're the hero, and I kinda like the look of it. Another 3D platformer comes out on the 7th. It's Sonic Forces. This is a Sonic game with some gameplay elements taken from Sonic Generations, where you have the classic side-scrolling levels but with HD graphics, and you have the Sonic Adventure style levels with the modern Sonic and the behind-the-back camera. And this time you also have a created character where you customize and create your own Sonic guy and play together with Sonic through these levels. From what I tried of the game, only the 2D stuff is worth it. Everything else was super clunky, but it wasn't the final game, so let's see when the final game comes out. We've already got a good Sonic game this year. 2 would be too much to ask, I guess. On the same day, Hitman gets a Game of the Year edition. They're packaging all of their previous content and adding more on top of it. They're making some map changes, not adding new maps, but remixing the existing ones in interesting ways. They're also letting you try the elusive targets that you missed in the past. They're adding some escalation missions, costumes, and a lot more, all for $60 or $20 if you already own the Season 1 content. Hitman was one of the best games last year. This seems very much worth it. PC gamers are also getting Nioh on this day. This was a PlayStation 4 exclusive that came out earlier this year. It's a samurai Dark Souls with a ton of loot, like Diablo, and I really like the base game, so hey, PC, now you get to play it too. Killing Floor Incursion is coming to the Vive after coming out for the Rift a couple months ago. It's a VR story-driven game with a lot of zombie murder happening. And finally, Horizon Zero Dawn is getting a DLC called Frozen Wilds, which is adding a new story, a new area, new machines, and those are all the things that I wanted to hear. I'm halfway through my second playthrough of this game, and it's still one of my favorite games of this year. So yes, give me more story because I love this world. Give me more machines because I love the combat. Let's go! I'm super ready. The following Friday, we get Need for Speed Payback, which looks and feels very much like a modern Need for Speed game with some extra cinematic moments. The little I played of it, the car handling feels good like the previous game, customization is very similar to the previous game. The open world is huge and seems a lot more varied than previously, and the map was just full of icons for events, collectibles, all kinds of stuff. So if you're into that type of racing game, this one looks promising. On the same day, we get Football Manager 2018. Now, the headlines around this game seem to be all about players in Football Manager will come out as gay. Alright, that kind of took over the news. It's a bit hard to see what else is new. I think they have a new graphics engine, which allows them to do cutscenes and improve lighting and all stuff like that. But if you're into Football Manager, I'm guessing you already know if you want to buy the new one or just stick with the previous one. North America is also getting Mario Party, the top 100 for the 3DS. This is a collection of 100 Mario Party minigames without the board game bit, so yeah, it's all minigames, no rolling dice, no stars, just a minigame collection. Doom is coming to the Nintendo Switch, which, okay, I guess. There are a lot of games that I'd recommend you play on a Switch. Doom's not one of them. And we've also got an expansion for The Sims 4. Players are getting pets with the Cats and Dogs expansion, which seems like a no-brainer. Everybody loves pets, everybody loves animals more than people, so now you can do that in the game too. Jumping forward to the following week, we have another LEGO game. LEGO Marvel Super Heroes 2 follows the same style of the previous LEGO games, with storylines centered around superheroes from different eras and realities of the Marvel Universe. November 14th is also a good day to have a Nintendo Switch because it's getting Rhyme, which is a beautiful 3D puzzle platformer. I liked most of that game on PlayStation 4, yeah. It's also getting Batman the Telltale series, not the second season, which is coming out at the moment, but the full first season for now. The second one will probably come out if this one is successful. One of the best games ever made is also coming to the Switch. It's Rocket League, baby. It comes with some exclusive cars for Mario, Luigi, and Metroid or Samus, but none of that matters. It's Rocket League. Give me the base game on any platform, just make my DLC and rank transferable between platforms and I'll buy it anywhere. And finally, LA Noire is getting an enhanced version with updated graphics, not only for the Switch, but also for the PlayStation 4 and the Xbox One. The following Friday has one of the biggest releases of the month. It's Star Wars Battlefront 2, which this time not only features multiplayer, but also a single-player campaign. They've listened to community feedback on the first game and added pretty much everything fans asked for. They've got more maps, they've got space battles, they've addressed a lot of progression issues, but they've done it in a way that left players concerned, which was through loot boxes, making the game appear pay to win. EA has already stated that they're aware of these concerns, and we'll see how they address the issue when the game finally comes out. But this does feel like a step up from the previous Battlefront game. This is also the day where we get Pokemon Ultra Sun and Ultra Moon for the 3DS. These enhanced versions of Pokemon Sun and Moon have a modified storyline, some bonus Pokemon, along with a few new things, what you would expect from pretty much any enhanced version of a Pokemon game. Skyrim VR is coming out for PlayStation VR, and it's basically the same Skyrim game, but now it has VR tracking, which might help you get a new perspective on the game, hopefully. And also, just straight up Skyrim is coming to the Nintendo Switch, after being out on pretty much everything. Come on, guys, just let Skyrim go to sleep and rest forever. Leave it alone. And to close out the week, The Sims 4 is coming to PlayStation 4 and Xbox One after being a PC exclusive for so long. The following week, we get The Impatient, a horror game by Supermassive Games, developer of Until Dawn. It's coming to PlayStation 4, but you can also play it with a PSVR. And as we've come to expect from this developer, you'll have a lot of choices that will affect the course of the story. You are a patient suffering from amnesia, and your goal is to reclaim your memories. It has an amnesia vibe like that, but the game is actually a direct prequel to Until Dawn. And that's pretty much the only game coming out this week. So jumping onto the following, Resident Evil Revelations 1 and 2 are out on pretty much every platform, but they're now also coming to the Switch. You can buy them separately or together as a bundle, and if you choose to buy the physical version, only the first game comes in the physical form, but you do get the code to download the second one. On the same day, we get Black Mirror, which is a reboot from a game that's around 15 years old at this point. It's a third-person horror game. It's got nothing to do with a popular TV show, no connection that I know of anyway, but on its own, I'm very much digging the atmosphere. And 2 days later, we have the final day of the month. Little Witch Academia is an anime, and Chamber of Time is a beat-em-up that uses that license. You've got combat sections, which are sort of traditional beat-em-up, but instead of using your fist, you're using magical spells. It has a lot of the anime characters, and outside of combat, you have some exploration and dialogue missions. I like the visuals a lot, and since I enjoy the anime, I'm very much looking forward to this, but for people who haven't watched it, it doesn't really seem like something you need to play. We're also getting Siberia 2 on this day, which is another adventure game, also from something like 15 years ago, maybe a bit less. This one has been re-released recently in 2015 for phones, PS3 and Xbox 360, and now in 2017 it's also coming to the Switch. And finally, with no set release date, coming sometime in late November is the mobile game for Animal Crossing. Pocket Camp is coming out for iOS and Android, and in this game you're the manager of a campsite instead of a city, which is usually Animal Crossing's thing. But you can decorate it as you see fit, you can help other characters and raise your friendship levels. There are a lot of systems that we recognize from other Animal Crossing games, but also a few changes to fit the mobile format with microtransactions and all of that. And that's it for games in November. As usual, let me know in the comments down below what you're playing this month. But as always, thank you very much for watching. My name's Globku, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye.